Okay, everyone. This is the Thursday, January 7th, 2021, City of Norwich Inland Wetlands Watercourses and Conservation Commission meeting. Dan Daniska, Assistant City Planner and Wetlands Agent for the city. I'm just going to read a few rules before I turn it over to Rich to start the meeting. This is a web-based meeting, so we're operating under the following procedures. This session is being audio recorded, just like every other Inland Wetlands meeting. Please be advised that today we're also recording video of the proceedings. To ensure sound quality, I'd ask that you remain on mute unless you're speaking or presenting. And if applicants and members of the public should have their video off. And I think I will skip everything else and turn it over to you, Rich. Just to remind everyone real quick to say your name when you're voting, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Take a roll call. Rick Morrell, Chairman, here. Brandon
Hyde, here.
Pete.
Chalecki, here.
Doug
Lee, here.
Michael. Michael Lahan, would you unmute and recognize?
Yeah, Michael Lahan here.
And Bob McCoy. Bob?
He's raised his hand saying he's here.
Oh, I see this. Okay. A roll call has been taken and we have a quorum. Has everyone read the minutes, and does anyone wish to make any alterations or make a motion to approve?
Can I just say, I looked at the minutes of the meeting and it doesn't show either that I'm there or that I'm not there. And I wasn't there.
I apologize. I don't think I was aware that you were elected. So I will update those minutes.
Have I not been elected?
Or added to the committee. I don't know that I knew that, so I apologize.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine Rose. Moving on, is there anyone that wishes to approve or change the minutes?
So motion to approve the minutes with the correction to include the absence of Michael Lahan on the record.
Is there a second?
Pete Chalecki, second.
Thank you. All in favor, please state your name and say aye.
Robert
Doug.
McCoy.
Go ahead, Robert.
Aye.
Doug Lee, aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
the motion has been approved.
Brandon
Yes.
Hyde, aye.
Brandon, yes. So moved. Any opposed? Hearing none, so moved. Communications.
Just two quick things. I had forwarded everyone earlier the Sound Outlook newsletter from DEEP, and I also have a hard copy of the Fall 2020 Connecticut Landscape Architect here. If anyone wants to see it, I can have it available for you or try to scan it so you can see it. I'd rather not do that, but if you want to stop by and take a look, it's here.
Public hearings.
Nope,
Old business
nope.
and new business show cause hearing.
Yep, there was unauthorized tree cutting adjacent to the Yantic River and FEMA floodway at 20 New London Turnpike here in Norwich. Mark Massey is on the call. He owns the Domino's. If you'd like to hear from him. I also have some pictures that I can switch to show you.
Shows a lot of the saplings and whatnot cut down right on the river's edge.
Yep.
So Dan, can you provide some background on this?
Sure. We received a call. Someone had driven by from the building department, and there was noticeable tree cutting going on and chipping and some equipment there, which was gone by the time we got out there. But I took some pictures of the cutting along the embankment, some close to the building and some a little bit further down, closer to the water. I'll just kind of cycle through. If anyone wants me to stop on a specific picture or go back, just let me know. That's probably good here. So as I said, Mr. Massey's on the phone. If you want to hear from him, and then I just remind you that for your decision, you can have the cease and correct order remain in effect. You can revise it or you can withdraw it. I would say that I'd ask that you remove the submittal of an application and associated fee. It's not really part of the corrective action. Discussing it with Deanna earlier today. We probably won't include that type of thing in the future because it's already occurred.
Mr. Massey, would you like to speak to the commission?
Yes. First of all, I'd like to apologize for creating a ruckus. I thought I was doing a good thing, to be honest. The previous owner had cleared the embankment numerous times. I purchased the building approximately 7 years ago. These are smooth sumacs. They're not dead. They'll come back with a vengeance. Like I said, he would clear it periodically over the years, just, I don't know, to kind of make it look better, to stop it from invading the building. Like I said, they will come back. They're not dead. The root system is alive and well. In fact, he suggested he used to put weed kill on the stump to stop it from going back quicker, but it will come back even with weed kill on the stump. In hindsight, obviously, I should have contacted somebody, but again, I didn't even think twice. I just thought I was kind of making the area look better and stop it from kind of damaging the building. Did anybody hear that?
Yes, thank you. Doug, do you have any comments or questions?
I do not have any questions.
Michael?
I have no questions.
Brandon?
I do. I can't see the pictures, obviously, because I'm calling in. What was the largest caliper of what was cut?
Looks about 6 or 8 inches.
Okay. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. Is maintenance of an upland area 4 inches or less of invasive species? I thought that was allowed.
I believe so, yes.
Yep.
The main concern here was just how close it was to the river. But as you can see from the pictures, there was no digging involved, and all of the large debris was removed immediately. So there wasn't the danger of anything kind of getting washed away and floating down.
Okay. Yeah, and from a professional standpoint, and knowing that plant, cutting it actually invigorates the roots even more. It's my understanding, if I understand the regulations correctly, if all the material was under 4 inches and it was a maintenance thing on an annual basis in the upland area, that is considered acceptable maintenance. I guess some of it being 6-8 inches exceeds that, but that's why I wanted clarification.
This is a fairly steep bank, Dan. How destabilized is this?
I don't really feel that it was destabilized at all. We walked up and down it multiple times. Nothing felt loose or moved. Nothing looked disturbed other than you know, a little bit of sawdust from the cutting that was left behind. Nothing looked significant. So we were just hoping that it would be kind of cleaned up and just made sure that the top end of it was, nothing was going to wash down from the parking area.
Peter, do you have any questions or comments?
No, well, I do. Is that considered an upland area? It's the bank of a river, so that's not upland, is it?
Well, it's floodway, so it's kind of, yes and no.
It would depend in part, Pete, on the soil composition. It's somewhat academic, whether it's upland or floodway.
Okay, I understand.
But is it floodplain?
I don't think that it would fit the category of floodplain because it's clearly part of an embankment.
This is Brandon, if I could speak up again. I just know that along that riverside, over the years, multiple property owners have, as long as they're not cutting significant trees, have maintained the invasive species through cutting them, you know, without tearing up the roots. And it was my understanding throughout the years that's been a common practice that's been allowed. I guess what this owner needs to be, I guess, aware of, and the town should be there to help provide that, as you know, that education is at what point it's considered a significant tree versus brush, you know, maintenance on the slope.
Robert, do you have any comments or questions?
No comments.
Anybody else?
Rich, we can't tell from these pictures what the diameter of any of those trees are. So since Dan was there, do you think any of them are in excess of 4 inches?
There are a few that were slightly bigger, but there was nothing that was a significant tree that was cut. Maybe 8 tops on a few, but there was nothing massive that was cut.
And primarily sumac?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have to decide whether we should continue with the cease and desist, or we should stop it. And if any remediation is necessary or not. Does anybody wish to make a motion?
Brandon Hyde, I move that we remove the cease and desist, and that Dan just checks in to make sure the area has been cleaned appropriately, and that no further excavation of any kind is, or I should say no excavation is done. The area is just properly cleaned.
This is Doug. I think I would just simply add that Dan also worked with the property owner to come up with an annual maintenance plan to control or eradicate the invasives, if at all possible, as part of that action.
There is a motion on the table that has been seconded. Doug? Yes or no?
Doug Lee, yes.
Michael?
Michael Lane, yes.
Robert?
Robert McCoy, yes.
Brandon?
Brandon Hyde, yes.
Peter?
Peter Shalecki, yes.
Any opposed? Hearing none, so moved. Thank you, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, everyone. Lesson learned. Won't happen again.
Dan, other business? Oh,
I don't-
receipt of applications? No?
I don't have anything else for you tonight. Nope.
Okay, no other business, no violations. Do I hear a move to adjourn?
So moved.
Second,
That was Doug Lee and seconded by,
Michael.
all in favor, Doug,
Doug, aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Brandon,
Aye.
Robert?
Aye.
So moved. Hearing adjourned, meeting adjourned. Thank you.